Hey, yo! Hey, yo! What's good, Ben Snivic? Mallow as in Marsh. I get it. I understand your name. I get it. The day old Tao. Hey, yo! Welcome to the Atrioc broadcast here on May 19th, 2025. Wow, good to see you all. Blecker, thank you for the 15 months. Earth's name, thank you for the 5. 5 months. You know, that's a perfect amount of time. You started at the beginning of 2025, and you are 5 months in. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I drove 9 hours across Colombia on Wednesday, and the only thing I listened to was your Bionicle VOD. Fucking why? For real, why? You had a 9-hour road trip and you thought you would torture yourself? You can't even see it. So you don't even, it's just somebody talking and then me going, oh my God, every 5 seconds. That's crazy. Bionicle bod. Get shredded like the Toa. Hey, yo, what was your message? Hey, Atrioc, I just finished your blueprints video on the main channel. I noticed you used the words chopped huzz, and I wanted to let you know you should stop. So, you watched a 7-hour piece of content from me, and your only piece of feedback is that I used the word chopped huzz once. Because it was once in the whole video. Do you want me to, are you trying to say that I should say chuzz? Is your feedback that I should shorten it and chopped huzz is too long and I should just be saying chuzz to save time? That is good feedback, duly noted. Thank you very much. Duly noted. I will say chuzz from now on. Monka W, it's coming. What is this? Yeti is linking me FTX finance news. Oh, wait, no, I see. Yeah, I saw this today. It's kind of annoying that, so a while back I mentioned that how we get this chat back on screen. It's annoying that, here, let me give you the timeline. So do you remember earlier when I mentioned I had a whistleblower reach out to me? Okay, well, spoiler alert, that whistleblower was from Klarna, and they basically told me this. But I was going to wait to make a video on it because Klarna was about to IPO, which means go public and sell their stock to public markets. And I was going to have a video timed for the IPO where I'm like, hey, don't buy this fucking dog shit stock. Nobody's repaying their loans. It's very risky. And then they delayed the IPO many times. They still haven't announced a new date. So now it's all just coming. Like, I don't even know if they'll even get to IPO now. It's such a trash company. Anyway, I'll still make a video when if they IPO, I'll still make a video, but full disclosure, this is what I was talking about. Like, the internal data at Klarna is horrendous. People are taking out these big buy now, pay later loans and then just either unable to or choosing not to pay them back. Huge percentages of them, which means, you know, if you don't repay your Klarna bill, that's a problem for you. If 1 million people don't, it's a problem for Klarna. And I certainly would not buy the stock of this dog shit company. Their whole business model is just bad debt to people that can't pay it back. It's bad. Did you buy the dip? I'll tell you who bought the dip 7 hours ago. Retail traders. You brilliant folks. Yes, it's retail traders, man. It's only retail. More than ever before, every dip is less and less Wall Street, more and more retail. They just keep buying the dip. Who knows? Nobody knows, but man, that would be concerning to me. If I was in like leveraged or long positions, I'd be concerned. Uh, anyway, how's everybody fucking doing? My God, we're not talking about stocks just yet. If you don't notice, I'm a little tanner today because I played fucking 4.5 hours of basketball on Sunday in the sun, no sunscreen, getting skin cancer. Easy clap. I'm skin cancered out of my mind. I'm skin cancered out of my mind. 100 air balls. First of all, as Michael Jordan once said, 100 air balls is worth it for one big splash. Okay? That's a direct quote. So, you got to practice. Practice makes perfect. That was Abe Lincoln. You're right. I think that was Michael Scott. Dude, I'm waiting for my jobs clearance to pass, and I have to DoorDash to make some money to pay off loans while I wait. What is your jobs clearance? What does that mean? Jobs clearance to pass. What does that mean? Navy contractor, government clearance. Oh, I see. You can't work until they give you the clearance, right? Security clearance. Okay. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, my dad did that for Raytheon too. Same thing. Well, I hope it passes, bro. That sounds frustrating. Is it for America or some other country? Everything's slow, dude. Everything's fucking slow through the government. You're looking like Atrioc plus Donald Trump color chroma. I bought the Trump chroma for the Atrioc skin. That's fucking fire. Yeah, maybe. I guess. I mean, but it's not, it's not fake. It's just fucking. Hello, Big A. Trucking from the open road. Well, better than trucking on the closed road. You know what I'm saying? Best dogs in town. That sounds fun. I think I could be a trucker, but only for a week. I think being a trucker would be really fun if I had a lot of podcasts to catch up on. And do you ever get in that period where you just need 48 hours to talk to nobody? Do you ever just feel sometimes like, hey, the only solution to all my problems is 48 hours of not talking to anyone else in my life? Yeah, I feel like that would be the good time to be a trucker. But I wouldn't want to do it permanently because it's very, I think, lonely and hard and difficult and time consuming, and you're a lot of time away from home. And can you change a tire, Big A? I'll be honest with you. No, I don't think so. I mean, actually, let me be more honest with you. I think that with a YouTube video in front of me, yes, I could do it. Yeah, easily. But what I would say is more realistically, every time that I have had a tire situation, I just call AAA. And it's, I have insurance. So it was like very, do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, it just doesn't seem like something that I've had to do. Your car comes with a manual, bro. Yeah, I understand. That's why I fully think I'm capable of manual plus YouTube plus equipment and doing it. I think my hands, like, for example, I mean, this is years ago now, but I've done it many times, is when you need to use, what am I blanking on the name? Jumper cables. I had to jump someone's car at the Renaissance Fair. Like that, I can do that easy, no problem. And that was I just took out a YouTube video. I watched it and did. It's not hard, bro. It's not difficult. I did blow up their car and kill 3 people, but that was separately. But I think changing a tire, it was just like, man, if I fuck it up, what a pain in the ass. And AAA's covered. It didn't cost me any money. Why didn't he have a horse at the Ren Fair? I will say, jumping someone's car at the Ren Fair feels very not in character. It's hard to play along with that. What is this magical device? I'll have to use my wizard powers to get your horseless carriage on the road. It broke my immersion. Dude. I didn't know if I really enjoy it. Do you replace your blinker fluid? Do you mean wiper fluid? I don't have wiper fluid. Whenever I want to clean my windshield, I just spit on it. And then that's how a man does it. I hawk Tua. Yeah. I hawk Tua swipe on that thing. Yeah. If you think about it, that sort of technology would be magical to someone living in the Renaissance age. You don't even think about it, bro. It's not, you didn't just stumble upon a really wise thought. But yeah, it would be. A Ford fucking F-150 in the Renaissance age would be mad. It would be crazy. Just think about it. I don't need to. I don't need to think any deeper. You're just saying that a car would be shocking to someone way before cars. Atrioc, can I use debt trap diplomacy on my in-laws? I mean, theoretically, you could like loan your mother or father-in-law a bunch of money knowing they can't pay it back. And when they don't pay it back, start using that to get things from them. Like favor, like you could ask him to like stop showing up or something. Or yeah, you could just there's ways. There's certainly ways you could use debt trap diplomacy. Have you talked about Sinners yet? I did briefly. I said it was really good, but I liked the middle third way more than the rest. I thought the beginning third was a fine intro. There's a couple audio issues, is what I'll say, at least in the theater. And then the last third was kind of formulaic, pretty standard, but the middle was like really gripping, really riveting, really good. I liked it a lot. The whole party part, the part where I shouldn't spoil anymore, but it's good. It was grippy, yeah. I do think the movie needed more discussion and depiction of oral sex on women. It was only mentioned 12 times. I think they needed to like really hammer it home. I think that needed to be like the main focus. That would be my one note. Thoughts on Team Liquid losing their Honda sponsor? Do you really want my thoughts, or you just? I don't know. I think one new player like beat a Japanese team and then tweeted a nuclear bomb or something, and so obviously Honda's a Japanese company. They're like, nah, fuck that, and they dropped him. That's my understanding. But I know like a half tweet of knowledge. I didn't even read the full tweet. I have a half tweet of knowledge. This is Twitch in a nutshell, bro. Good. That makes you an expert? I think on Twitch it does. I got a full half tweet. I didn't even just read the title of the tweet. I went halfway down. I don't think I have any deeper. I mean, one thing I also have like not too much knowledge on, but I think is crazy interesting, is apparently all of Tier 2 Valorant is just riddled with match fixing. Apparently, Tier 2 Valorant is just people match fixing nonstop for gambling money and for just splitting the VCT money. It's all rancid, dude. It's fucking, what is Tier 2? I just mean like not the very, very top teams in the biggest tournaments. I don't know exactly how it's organized now. Riot runs it, but like right outside of the spotlight, it's fucking just all match fixing. Because there's no real money to be made too much from just playing normally. So all these guys just cheat and throw and gamble on their own games and throw them. It's pretty fucking crazy. And it may lead to, Riot just shutting that part down altogether. I don't know what they're going to do about it. Um, LMA, no, they won't. I mean, they have before. Not just Riot. I think maybe it was Valve. It could have been Riot. I'm forgetting exactly which region and which company. Maybe it was Blizzard. They had money in like Latin American, like a bunch of LATAM stuff. Maybe I think it was Valve. This is a while ago, so I'm kind of blanking. And they just shut it down. They shut the whole thing down. Oh, I know it was Vietnam too. Vietnam's entire league was match fixed, so they just stopped doing it. They just shut the whole thing down. Yeah, let's see. What was this?
First time clicking this.
Vietnamese match fixing scandal in VCS. Yeah, it was League of Legends. And they just shut it down. Yeah, it was this. All of Vietnam's league got just fucking destroyed. So it's not unrealistic they would do that for Valorant. Valve banned North America's best team for match fixing back in 2014. North America's best team. I guess there was a good NA Dota team, right? It's just funny because for most games, North America's best team means nothing. It's like, who cares? North America's best team is like trash, but oh, CS? Okay. All right. I thought you meant Dota. NA Dota's bad? Yeah, but didn't NA Dota win TI a couple times? Am I smoking crack leaf? But I thought they did. TI 5? Wasn't it 2? Only TI 5? No, I'm wrong. Once like 10 years ago. It is 10 years ago. 2015 was the last time North America won Dota. That's a yikes, dude. That's a yikes. That's a yikes. That is a yikes. We've won plenty of tournaments. I like how it's a we. You on the team, Yeti? How many active Dota players do you know? None. Fucking none, dude. Me and my boy Artur? Yeah. We win Super Bowls. True. True. You know who hasn't won any fucking Super Bowls? Europeans, Koreans, Chinese, Japanese, none. Literally not a single fucking Super Bowl for any of these countries. It's domination. No World Series? Yikes. That's a fucking yikes, dude. NBA? I guess the Raptors won, huh? Fuck. Our unbroken streak. The fucking Raptors won the NBA. It's why the Soviets lost the space race. They never won a Super Bowl. Fucking facts. That was our big differentiator. I think Khrushchev said that. I think he said it was so demoralizing for the Soviet populace that they abandoned the country. Yeah, I think that's fucking true. The Blue Jays won the World Series. Counterpoint. I don't know shit about baseball, so I don't care. That's my counterpoint. How about that? Owned in the marketplace of ideas. They try to be best at the Iron Curtain rather than the gridiron. Yeah, you know, when you put it like that, you're right. You're fucking right. If only, yeah, instead of the space race, they had been racing for more yardage down the field, moving the chains, they could have actually won that. We'd all be communists by now. Is the U.S. actually better than all other countries in baseball and basketball? I don't think at baseball. I think at basketball, the Olympics shows yes, but not at baseball. Who wins baseball in Olympics every year? Japan? Is Olympic baseball a thing? Olympic baseball. Let's see. I just don't watch it, so let's see. We'll look at it right now. Japan won in 2020. China won baseball in 2008. Damn, that Olympics was. Wait, we just skipped a lot of baseballs. Did we just? Oh, okay. What about 2012? Oh, host. Oh, okay. This is host. Host. Okay, I was like, damn, China fucking hosted and won baseball. Okay, Japan. China. Okay, South Korea won in 2008. Did they not do baseball in 2012? It goes in and out. That's weird. 2000, 2004, 2008. Skip. What do you mean it cycles? It didn't cycle here. 4 years, 4 years, 4 years, nothing. Oh, they added a World Baseball Classic? I see. Diddy Tab? Your eyes are fucking crazy. Yeah, he's selling his mansion. He's selling the Diddy mansion. I was just wondering if this would actually sell, because like you'd think you wouldn't want to be the owner of the Diddy mansion. It's a hard sell. I mean, apparently, according to this article, they found like 1,000 bottles of baby oil in here, and fucking 61 million seems like a steep price. There's a guy in here, some real estate guy though. He bought Kanye's house, and he's trying to buy this house. He offers way below asking. He tears it down and then just fucking says, "We got rid of the the bad association." He did it to Kanye's house already. He bought it for 20 mil when he was asking for 40 or whatever. And then just fucking, remodeled it. Yeah, I guess he just buys the land, but it's all in nice neighborhoods. Kind of crazy. Hey, Stan Main thank you for the 9 months. 9 months. Atrioc and I could have had a baby by now. It's just unnecessary to say. Just not a sub message we need to hear. Straight up. Atrioc, I learned that I was going to lose my job this morning right after I was going to turn in my 2 weeks. Isn't that kind of, I mean, it's not good, but isn't that kind of fire? Instead of quitting, you get severance? Isn't that, you were going to quit anyway? Isn't that just a dub? Like you get a DVD box copy of Severance, the show? Dude, what if we pass a law to save, because I think corporations are being killed by the woke, right? So instead of having to give people they fire severance pay, they can just give them, 3 months of Apple TV or something to watch Severance. That way it costs the companies less and you have something to binge while you're jobless. It's kind of a win-win. Hey, G-Bos, thank you for 12 months. Yeah, leather corduroys, you can link me. I probably won't watch it today, but you can link me. I just asked my roommates, and we decided we will pitch in to buy Diddy's mansion. Okay, but you're going to turn it around, right? You're going to do it differently? I don't think we need you to do the same thing. Yeah, you're 100%? Okay. Okay. And you and your roommates combined have $61 million. You're going to bring more baby oil. That's not Doesn't seem like it. You don't? I don't. Yeah, fully. I don't. I don't have $61 million. Kind of broke, actually. Kind of broke. I do feel poor when you guys point it out like that. I feel like you guys are mogging me because all of you collectively, not even collectively, individually have $60 million each. I did buy today. I bought today. It should arrive. I don't know. I bought it on fucking eBay. So I bought Weimar Republic currency and Zimbabwe currency. And I'm going to frame it and put it on my wall as a reminder of what happens when government prints too much. It's like $1 billion Deutschmark bills for Germany and $1 trillion Zimbabwe currency. I think it's going to be a cool fucking art piece. Dude, what if I have a Weimar thing, a Zimbabwe thing, maybe a Venezuela thing, and then a US dollar? Like a fucking put them all four in a row. It's like a fucking, that's art. Chambering, they have the 6 months. The Badger, they have the 4 months. Cardi B drugged me. They give the 11 months. I'm not sure about that story. Matt Swill, they give the oath. They give the 17 months. Going on deployment soon. Matt Swill, where you actually you can't tell me, right? I mean, you probably can, but I guess for good OPSEC you shouldn't. Is MM a monthly thing now? We do MM every week. I just wait till you're not in chat. Everyone in this chat has seen 3 Marketing Mondays in the past 3 weeks. You've just missed them. And we don't upload them anymore. It's just live. So, kind of unfortunate. Kind of unfortunate timing for you. Marketing Monday has always been bi-weekly at best. Okay, I'm tired of pretending it's not. Let me turn on the air. It's hot and fucking here. I have a good prez. Oh, wait, I do have a big announcement. I do have something big. Okay, here's the tea. Here's the tea. So today, I was called by the team of Governor Gavin Newsom. And me and Doug, are going to be interviewing him tomorrow. Tomorrow. They move fast. Gruesome Newsom. So it's happening. It's 100% happening. Yeah. Pretty crazy. So we're doing it. And then I have a couple goals that I'm going to tell you guys right now. I want to ask him serious questions about housing costs, not just in California, but across the nation. I want to ask him why he thinks Democrats are polling so poorly. Because I think he wants to talk about Trump's shitty tariff policies. And I will talk about that because I think they're shitty. But I want to ask him, like, bro, I think these policies are terrible and Americans are souring on them, but why is Democrats polling so lowly? So I'm going to ask that. And then we're probably going to ask, I think, me and Doug about trains. And like, why the fuck can we not have trains? You know? And we only get like 30 minutes, right? It's like a 30, 40-minute thing. So that's the big things I want to talk about. I'm just telling you guys ahead of time. That's my plan. And then I'm going to ask him if he likes glizzies. I'm going to ask if he likes glizzies. And if he likes coffee. And then I'm going to moo for 15 minutes straight. So it'll be good. It'll be live. It's going to be live. I'm doing this tomorrow live. Now, it's not in person. It's going to be Discord call, me, Doug, Gavin Newsom. With camera. With camera, me, Doug, Gavin Newsom live. It's gonna be crazy. I mean, I'm shocked they're doing this. I'm kind of impressed that they're trying to reach out and do different stuff. I respect that. And I'm gonna try to ask as real shit as I can while, I don't want to be an asshole because I would like to get more people with actual influence, not influence, like ability to change things to come on the Lemonade Stand pod so we can talk real shit. So I'm not going to be like an asshole, but I am going to be, I guess influence is what you would call it. But, like if you do a good interview with Gavin Newsom, maybe you can get Lena Khan. That would be the dream, right? Talk to people who have real impact. That'd be sick. What time is this? I think 4 p.m. tomorrow, but I'm going to go live earlier. I'm going to go live earlier just to fucking stir the pot. And then I just jump into this call, I think at like 4 p.m. It's going to be live. It's going to be a live call. It's wild. Cameras on, live call with the governor, me and Doug just fucking shooting the shit. It's kind of a cool idea. I'm excited. Get ready for like 30 minutes of tech issues and then the call gets canceled. Just fucking, I can't get my mic to work. Gavin Newsom can't hear me. His camera doesn't come on. It would be cinema. I'm going to turn that into a video, dude. You can't test with his people first? Yeah, I can test. We did a little thing today. There's team called me and Doug today and talked to us. It was all like, dude, it's so funny. All these calls are like, they have, huge intros. Everyone doing their intro. And so we go around the whole call. It's like 6 people. Everyone's like, hey, yeah, my name's Stephanie Summerfield. I made that name up. And I worked in politics for 25 years. I worked for Obama and then for Biden and now for Gavin Newsom. And we've been pushing for this thing and this thing. And we're excited to be doing this streamer outreach thing program. And then it gets to me and Doug and I'm like, yeah, I do YouTube. I do YouTube, do some Twitch too sometimes. I have this thing called the Reddit recap where they put my face on a spoon. It's sort of a spoon Atrioc thing, if you get that. Anyway, so we did the intros and then I just asked questions. I was the annoying guy because they were like, so it'll be like this, 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 and this. What do you think? And I was like, hey, can I just stop here? I don't. Can you just clarify exactly what this is supposed to be and what? I was like, I'll ask the question. Can we figure out what? Anyway, they set boundaries? No, they didn't set any boundaries, but they did say like. I think what he's excited to talk about is how dog shit Trump's tariffs are. And like, I love talking about that too. And I said this on the call. And I was like, but we have other things. If we're going to talk to Gavin, we want to ask about some California specific things and some Democratic policy specific things. So, it's pretty easy to talk about how shit the tariffs are. And like, if you don't know how bad they are, either you will or you're never going to get it. I don't know what to tell you. So that was but they were okay with that. They were fine. I do not think he's expecting softball. No, I think we were pretty clear about like, we want to ask about some real shit. I mean, to his credit, I don't think he's one of those people that only can take softball questions. Just because he did all those podcasts with like right-wing people, I think he can. Whether I agree with his answers, we'll see. But like, I think he can at least take the question. But he doesn't know how right wing we can get. And I'm gonna ask him why he thinks God's justice won't come for him. Do you know what I'm saying? For being so fucking woke. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna show him a picture of different video game lead characters that don't have double D breasts and say, "Is this something you support? Look what America's become." That's sort of the way I'm going about it. Finally, real journalism. You'll do fine then? Great. Yeah, well, I think we'll be okay. Anyway, it's a cool opportunity. So I worked on that today, and I am trying to finish a PowerPoint, but I have not finished it. And so when I do, I'll do it. You know how it be. I also have to end stream relatively early today. I'm probably going to go for another hour or something because I have to clean this fucking house. Ari's been gone all weekend, and I have been honestly pretty degenerate here. Like I've just been, there's like crumbs all over the couch. I've been eating Triscuits and cheese for every meal. There's like open these Topo Chicos everywhere, all over the house. I've eaten Triscuits and cheese like almost every meal, and I made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches like 3 times. There's crumbs all over the and then I just gotta clean. Dude. I gotta clean. Asmongold grind set. Yeah, I was trying to get in the right headspace. If I'm going to talk about DEI in video games, my place has to be a little bit dirtier. It's not horrendous. It's not bad, but it's actually pretty easy to clean up. It's just picking things up. It's not like it's grime, but I just left things everywhere. I need to clean it. It's cleaning up after a party. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly like cleaning up after a party because there's yes, I just need to take a garbage bag and walk around the house and just put things away. I also probably got to do laundry because I did play basketball 3 times, a bunch of stinky clothes. Did you ever watch the latest Veritasium video? I could watch it today. I mean, there's a couple things I wanted to talk about. I did want to perhaps farm a clip so Adish doesn't yell at me, my fucking boss. I did want to fucking perhaps farm a clip from my fucking boss, dude. I did read a lot today, and there was a lot to talk about. It's annoying. Sometimes, there's things like Klarna, for example. I talked about Klarna at the start of this stream, but realistically, you want to make a video about Klarna. You don't want to do a clip because it's so interesting. I mean, I didn't even mention all the stuff the guy told me. It's just annoying because how much did you influence Ludwig's Ludwin Clips video channel? I think Ludwig, according to him, I talked to him, is trying to I'm just being real, copy Asmongold. But not politics, but or Charlie. Asmongold kind of copied Charlie. It's probably Big A Clips coded, but we're not too far from that line of thought anyway. We didn't invent anything. We just it's the idea of there's a lot of juice in a stream that gets lost from a main channel, main idea video, but is too boring to watch on VOD. And so I think what Adish really figured out is you can squeeze it down and it pushes all the trash out and you just get a nice juice. But if Ludwig starts doing the whoosh, I'm fucking suing. I'm fucking suing. If I start seeing the fucking whoosh on fucking Ludwig clips, my lawyers will be fucking relentless. Relentless. That is a trademark, patented. I've got Dan Giesling tied up in court for for fucking months, dude. It's a monopoly. Salmon Mac, thank you for the 33 months. Appreciate that, Salmon Mac. Hey, Atrioc, first time talking on here. Can I show you a short YouTube video? This is your first time talking here. I guess so. I usually don't like people link videos. This William, thank you for the 23 months, but it is your first time here. If it's short, you can link it to me. But usually I would not do that. Maybe I could start off a topic based on your name is DEIDUI. I just feel like I feel like I'm TBD on this. Here's the video. It is. If you told me Star Citizen is a scam. It has 23K views. Okay, here's the T. I agree. Yeah, Star Citizen's a scam. All right, done and dusted. I don't need a video. Yeah, I agree. It's been over a decade. How long that game has been fucking raising money? How much did Star Citizen raise? How much did Star Citizen raise? $800 million? $800 million. Nearly $1 billion it's raised? And it's not done? Not even a version 1.0? 12 years? Wait, this straight up is a fucking absurd scam. Let's read this article. They can't keep getting away with it. Star Citizen has now raised over $800 million for the 13 years, and it's still in alpha. It's raised $100 million every year. Dude, this is an actual bona fide like galactic level. Dude, there are fucking Indian scam farms that don't scam this much. There's fucking Russian clickbots that don't scam this much. What an absurd amount of money to raise. $100 million a year in essentially clean profit because they don't even have to give you a product. That's crazy. That is crazy. Version 4.0 of the alpha was released in December 2024. Can you imagine if like you could if they did a Silk Song Kickstarter? You know how mad everyone would be? People are already mad at how long it's taken. Imagine if there was a Kickstarter this whole time. People were just dumping money into it all this time. The DLC in total is 4,800. What are you saying to me? Are you telling me that if you were to try to get all the DLC for Star Citizen, it would cost you nearly $5,000? I don't. That. How could that possibly be? How much does all DLC cost Star Citizen? Star Citizen's everything pack costs $48,000. Dude, no fucking way. No fucking way. $48,000. It's not even finished. is this entire game a scam on like wealthy, nerdy engineers, probably with slight autism, who really love this type of game idea? Is this just at scale scamming these people out of their like space fantasy? Because I've never even heard. Yeah, it's just like it's like a giant vacuum put on the bank accounts of of like cybersecurity guys. The dude working in IT, and it's just hoovering up some of their money over the course of a decade. What an insane fucking read the bottom paragraph. You can either buy 800 copies of any $60 video game of your choice, or you can buy one Star Citizen Everything pack. Wow. You can't even buy the pack unless you're a member of the Chairman's Club. To become a member of the Chairman's Club, you have to spend $1,000. You need to spend $1,000 to have the privilege of spending $48,000. It's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. That is truly brazen grift. Almost impressive. That's almost impressive, dude. Not even 50K. How many people play this game? Star Citizen Steam charts. Is it on Steam? Oh, here it is. Okay. It has a lot of players. Damn, it has a shockingly large amount of players. 200K to 500K, depending on the time of month. That's a lot of people playing. It's insanely fun, I promise. I'm good. I believe you. I believe you. I listen. If it wasn't insanely fun for a certain type of person, they wouldn't have made this money. That's just a fact. Somebody has to be getting some kind of dopamine rush to throw this much money at it, but it's not for me. Like it's like Factorio or something. I'm not a Factorio guy, but obviously for some people, Factorio is heroin and crack mixed. Or like, what's the one? Satisfactory. Satisfactory will just fuck some people's lives up, but it's not for me. It's not my shit. Or like, I think this could have been for me in a different life, but I became a streamer and then ruined my brain, I guess. But those like Victoria, like, or those strategy games with where you're like marrying your cousin to Hearts of Iron 4 Paradox games. Yeah. CK3 is what I'm thinking of. Crusader Kings. Yeah, Crusader Kings is what I'm thinking of. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. My brother is super into Crusader Kings. Bro, that's not the game? Yeah, that's the game. 90% of the game is marrying your cousin. Crusader Kings 3 is cousin marrying simulator, dude. It's all about, even if you're conquering lands, it's just so you can get access to a different lineage and a throne so you can marry someone else's cousin. That's the whole point of the game. And do you like it? No, my brother does. I haven't played it, really. I had played Crusader Kings 2 back in the day, and I did like it. That was fun, but it didn't have enough cousin marrying, so I was like, I'll wait for the sequel. I'll wait for the sequel, and then by then it was too late. By then it was too late. No, I mean, they're great. I think I would like games like that a lot in a different world, but I have been playing off stream. So I don't know if you guys know this. It's probably a shocker to people who don't follow RTS. I didn't even really follow this. Age of Empires 2, the game from like forever ago, this game, like maybe you know it from looks. This game is like not only not dead, it's bigger than ever. It's just not an esport, really. I mean, it is an esport. People do watch and play it, but like, people just play it casually. Like, it's just huge, casually. It's like massive, and like, and I don't mean like it's still big, like it's not updated. It's like it's still updated. They keep adding new expansion packs and new civilizations and new units and new campaigns. Like 2 decades later. Yes, it shocked me, dude. So I'm playing. I mean, they cost quite a bit, to be honest. Speaking of milking your consumer, Star Citizen style, I reinstalled the game. I bought one of the new campaigns. It cost $15, but it's low-key fire. Like, it's too expensive. I'll be fully honest on that. But it's like, you get new units, new voice-acted fucking campaigns. They're fun. RTS campaigns are like a forgotten part of history. They're so fun. And so I've been kind of just playing that shit. I put it on hard mode. It's like really challenging and fun, and I don't know, having a great time. It's not an ad, but this all shocked me. I thought this game was like what I remember from when I was a kid, but they updated all the graphics, and they have so much new stuff. Dude, when I played it when I was a kid, there was like 15 civs or whatever, 13 civs, Franks, Teutons, Romans, whatever. Now there's like 40. They keep adding new ones. Every possible group of people in the medieval era has a civ. It's funny that they have to, to make a new civilization, they have to make custom unique unit, like their special unit. But like in history, most people didn't have a special unit. So like there was one of them, I think it was, what was Jan Shishka? He's a Hussite general. Okay. The Hussites were, I want to say Polish, right? Jan Shishka. Anyway, their special unit is just a wagon that shoots, because in real life, these peasants like got inside a wagon and used their gun. like they were so desperate and poor. Check. They just would put their wagons up and like hide in them, and that becomes their special unit in. It's just funny. Anyway, I played the Jan Shishka campaign, and it was like super sick. I had a great time. It was like a tank of its day, It was like the early version of a tank. It's just a peasant in a covered wagon. And like nobody could handle it. Korean turtle boats, they're in there. Korean turtle boats is in there. There's a lot of cool stuff. It's just a cool game, man. Maybe I'll play it on stream, but I gotta be honest with you. So cracking open 4 Topo Chicos, going non-verbal, and playing Age of Empires campaign in dead silence is like awesome. It's awesome. And it's like not really a stream, It's not really a stream. I'm not talking. I'm just fucking vibing. I'm having a great time by myself. Last 30 days, they gained 1,300 people, so it's growing. Yeah, look, it has like average player count of 18,750. The game's popping. I mean, it's even if you wanted to play ladder, there's active players at all skill levels. I considered playing a little AoE 2 ladder, but I don't know. But that's the game I've been enjoying lately. I haven't had an offline game that I enjoyed so much until this for a while, so both cool. Um, can you explain why Americans love bottled water? It depends. I mean, some Americans don't. America's a pretty diverse place, man. We got 300 million people. I like glass bottled fizzy water because it makes me feel fancy. I mean, if anything, like when I lived in Europe, they were more likely to have bottled water, especially it's sparkling. Like you can almost, it was very difficult to just get them to give you a glass of tap water. It was more difficult. But I like this because you're saying rich boy, but this is relatively inexpensive, right? I can go to fucking Vaughn's and I can get a case of this for cheap, or like 3 cases, deal. And then this to me is a fancy treat. Like I like taking a bottle opener and going and it fizzes and I go and it's cold and that makes me feel good and it doesn't cost much and it's not bad for me. So to me, it's like a great innovation. Drink alcohol like a man. If I drank alcohol as much as I drank Topo Chico, I'd be dead. I'd be fucking dead. It's like Poppy for men. Sure. Honestly, sure. I mean, but the thing is, Poppy is soda, right? So it's bad for you, low key. But this is just water. I don't know. Ever since I discovered Topo Chico, I've been vibing with it because it just makes me feel some type of way. By the way, it's the year of soda. If you drink soda, I have no shame to you. But I can't do it. I mean, I only have soda when I'm at an event. I have soda at like a movie theater, or I have soda when I'm at something. But if I have soda in my house, then I'll just guzzle it. I'll be the soda guzzler. The best time for a soda is with tacos. Like, I'm not going to not get a Coca-Cola if I have fucking tacos, street tacos in LA, but just have fish tacos with Coca-Cola. You're missing out. You're missing out. You're fucking missing out, dude. Tacos and Coca-Cola is the GOAT combo. If they ever try to take that from me, I'm getting my gun and I'm taking on the liberals. How politicians think raising a family works in 2025? New man-carrying thing?
Senator Thing, many of your constituents want to have kids and raise a family, but they aren't. What kind of advice would you give these people?
I'd say don't be afraid to mess a couple of them up.
Sorry?
Young folks these days are so worried about raising kids in good schools with decent nutrition. Well, I was raised in the Great Depression, and I turned out just dandy. I'm saying don't wait until conditions are perfect. Pop out a couple of babies and let them figure it out.
Some are suggesting we need longer parental leave, a higher minimum wage, and affordable daycare.
All a child needs is 2 loving man and woman parents. See, the problem's a lack of family values, right? Kids growing up without dads, it's a tragedy. You don't have kids, do you?
No.
You want kids?
No.
Why in the hell?
I'm a journalist. I have no money.
And what could the government do to encourage you to have kids?
Give me money.
Anything else?
Money.
What if we defunded public education?
Money.
Money?
Money.
Money?
Money.
See, that's the problem with you young folks. You're married to your careers. All you want to do is work.
I wonder why.
True. Feel like you could have put a fart joke in there at least, though, to break the tension. Like, I'm not going to tell man-carrying thing how to do his fucking content, but, like, what if at the end the senator ripped a huge fart? And then it showed that he was the fool because he was farting so much. That could have been... I feel like that could have saved it. And then a Vine boom, yeah. And then a Vine boom. Big A really trying to flex on chat by wanting kids. It's easy to want kids, all right? But I'm so deeply scared of sex because I'm a lifelong virgin that it's going to be a lot harder to have kids. So I'm not really flexing at all. Also, you know, literally having kids. I mean, it's going to be difficult. I don't think it's going to be easy. I mean, it will be easy for me because I'm going to give them Coco Melon 24/7. Like, for someone who cared about their kids' mental development, it would be difficult. But it's going to be easy for me because I'm going to have them just fucking laughing up a storm. I'm gonna have multiple iPads, one per room, so that no matter what, I can always just toss them the pad. Try different brain rot raising strats on your kids. What if I do a control group? What if we have 2 kids and one of them we go full brain rot and one of them we make read books and shit? And we just test to see if there's a real difference. Ideally with twins. Make a video out of it? Dude, what a fire video that would be. What a fire YouTube video. They would probably hate each other at different points in their lives. Oh, yeah, they'd hate each other for sure. Dude, okay, wait a minute. If you turn your entire child's life into a YouTube video, does all of the childcare expenses become a tax write-off? If I find a way to turn my entire childhood into content, and I make an LLC for my child day one when they're born, then I can write it all off. The therapy's tax write-off? Yeah, I mean, if they film it. Ideally, if I teach my kid how to do content well enough, then the therapy they'll need to make up for their bad childhood will still be a video that I can monetize. The king of best tweets strikes again. Connor Eats Pants. Connor Eats Pants got called a grifter by Asmongold. Drama! Drama! Time to get my drama suit on and wade into this drama. I stand with Connor Eats Pants because he is based. Hey, because he eats pants. Hey, Atrioc, can you commit billions of dollars worth of tax fraud and then send me all the documents so I can report you to the IRS and get a massive whistleblower payout? Okay. How about IRS too broke to act? Yeah, I don't know if they got the money for it. Little pup, little gup. I think we should take a closer look. Oh, wait, my wife's calling me. Then I'm probably going to have to end stream and start cleaning. She's going to be here so soon. Hey, babe. Hey, babe.
Why are you ignoring my messages?
You were messaging me? I'm live is why I'm ignoring him.
Okay, sorry, really quick. We're on the way back.
And how long do you think you'll be here?
It'll be like 4 to 5 hours.
You'll be here in 4 hours.
Yes.
Okay.
4 to 5.
Okay, no worries then.
Okay. Okay, have fun.
All right, bud. See ya. We got time! Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. We can go all night! Sheesh! We got so much time. I can clean in hours from now. Um, 4 hours. She's not gonna be up till midnight. How about fucking that? All right. Reminder to myself though. I probably need an hour or two to hour and a half to clean. So don't. I go. We could watch 4 hours episodes. I mean, we could watch an episode of something tonight. We could watch our first X-Files episode tonight. Try that out. Get a taste for it. We could... We could do that. Let's do it. Okay. That's on the docket. We will watch our first episode of X-Files tonight. X-Files episode 1. Secret Millionaires Club. I do want to watch that, but I'm going to wait till we make our YouTube video about the episode 1. See if it's well received. You ever going to finish the rest of the blueprints? I basically did. Not all of it. I mean, I got stuck, to be honest. But I did a lot more than just was in my video. By the way, that blueprints video, it got demonetized and age restricted. 7-hour fucking video, demonetized age restriction. And it still has, I mean, that long form shit just works because it still has more view hours than videos that have like 5-6 times the views. Some people are watching that video all the way through, and it's just, yeah, it's about to pass channel average for watch hours, but it only made, I'll just tell you, it only made a few $100 because it got demonetized and age restricted. So I have to find a way to get that taken off. Otherwise, it's bad for the editor who spent a fuck ton of time and gets not enough money. Kind of annoying. Boop, 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 boop. Ask Gavin Newsom to do it. Ask Gavin Newsom to remonetize my blueprints. Gavin, you know Mr. Google, right? Could you give him a call? I've been having this thing with my blueprint. You know blueprints, right? It's like a roguelike. You know what a roguelike is, right? Just go through the whole fucking... Did you see Tom Cruise apparently eats 2 large buckets of popcorn when he watches movies in the theater? I love Tom Cruise, bro. I'll say it. I got no problem with Tommy C. A little Scientology? Sure. Jump on a couch? Sure. The man loves movies. The man loves movies, dude. Fucking, he's got a middle tooth. That is odd. He does have a middle tooth. It's not normal. But the man loves movies. He's made a lot of great movies in his life. I like a ton of Tom Cruise movies. I like The Firm. I like Minority Report. I like Top Gun, Maverick. I like Mission Impossible. I like Eyes Wide Shut. I like Live, Die, Repeat. I like Tropic Thunder. The guy's great. He's made a ton of good movies. I like Jerry Maguire. Yeah, I like Glengarry. He's not in that, but I like Glengarry Good Ross. Would you say that Tom Cruise is a movie cow? What do you want me to say to this, bro? Honestly, what do you want me to say to this? Like, what an inane cut-in, dude. Is that necessary? It's like we're on a Dora the Explorer. So and you're the side character that has to say something related to. It's unnecessary. I would not say that. A Few Good Men. I like that. These chatters are the blood of your livelihood. You know what's funny is they're not. That's the fucking crazy part. Is they're not. They are not the contributor to the bottom line in any way. In any way. It's just a quirk that we've created. Where's our ACLU reps? They got on drugs, dude. The ACLU is like the crack epidemic swept through it, dude. They're all on drugs. They've lost it. They got Ronald Reagan, dude. If chat didn't exist, streamers would still make bank. Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, maybe. I just mean that my money doesn't come through the stream. My money comes from the YouTube video. And the YouTube videos always complain about the glizzy stuff. They don't like it. The Big A Clips channel, if I do a video about clips or glizzy or moo stuff, they fucking hate it. They don't like it. And that's where all the money comes from. They hate it till it's gone. Do they? You think they're gonna fucking? Oh, I didn't know what I had till. I don't know. Maybe. We eventually become a YouTube streamer? No, the whole point is that the only thing you need for stream is a good vibe. That's what I want for stream. But I don't need to monetize the stream because the money comes from the YouTube VODs. And the way to make the YouTube VODs is to make streaming enjoyable enough that you can cut down 10 minutes out of it. And the way to do that is to have a good vibe. Year of molding, you're bald, you're bald, you're bald, you're bald, you're bald. This is perfect. This is not about how I need it. You've raised the vibe now. YouTube viewers are pay pigs? I guess in a way. I guess in a way. Do you think that every time you use a product or service, you're a pay pig for that service? Like if you, okay. So anytime you buy anything, you oink. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yes, oink, oink, I'm a little piglet. You don't have to get into, you have to role play it. So you're a pay pig for your landlord. You're a pay pig for rent. You just get off on that. You love oinking for the farmer. Okay. Let's watch something. Is there something informative we could watch before we watch X-Files? Are you a property pig? No, I'm not a property pig. Dude, what is this game? A new...
Ah, so you wish to be a Roman governor? Congratulations. The Emperor himself has deemed you worthy to take charge of these lands. Once struck by disaster, they're now ready for new leadership. Your leadership. Your story begins here, on a humble island with azure shores.
I feel like every man deep down thinks they'd be a great Roman governor. If just given a chance, you know? They'd run that shit. It's not true.
Latium. Whether you dream of a bustling trade empire or a conquest-driven dominion, no two cities will ever be the same, as every choice you make shapes your city in your image. Govern well, and the Emperor will sing.
Do you think in a few hundred years, the people of the future will play games where they play as a city planner in the 2020s, putting down like a sweet green or something? So, you want to be a governor of the American Empire? No two cities will be alike. You could put the McDonald's and Walmart here, or you could put it here. Anno, USA. Where will you put the fast food courts?
Your praises. Govern poorly, and, well, the consequences won't be pleasant.
Oh.
Every decision you make will shape your legacy. So how does one become a good governor? Let's find out.
How to start.
Latium is where your journey begins, young governor. New beginnings are magical, but they're also full of hard work. First, lay down roads to keep your people connected. Organic layouts add charm, while efficient grids boost productivity. Start with dirt roads. They may be humble, but they're the first step on the path to greatness. Resources are your lifeblood. Wood from untouched forests will be essential, but manage...
Why do you need resources when I could establish a central bank? Okay, and then just print money and then import everything that I need. I don't understand why I would need to actually... Why would I need to make anything? As long as I have my own sovereign currency, I could just print it and then tariff it to make more money.
your lumber camps wisely to maintain a sustainable supply. And remember, efficient logistics are key. Warehouses will keep goods flowing and production smooth. Your residents need more than just work. They need homes. Build neighborhoods that suit your city's vision. Markets drive income and population growth, while taverns keep spirits high. Oh, and mind the fire hazards, especially the bakeries.
Yikes.
Fires are practically a Roman tradition. Just be mindful of your city's layout. Residents will love lavender's sweet scent, but they won't be so fond of the pig farm's stench. Phew.
Well, they can get the fuck over it. I'm the governor, right? And we need pigs. Lots of sloppy, oinky pigs to make some real money. We're gonna make money off lavender? No, there's gonna be 100 pig farms.
Balance charm and profit wisely. A governor must also live among the people. Establish your own villa as a sign of stability and leadership. Meet your people's needs and they'll advance, unlocking new industries and opportunities.
Trade and treasury.
A resilient economy is vital. Stockpile resources and prepare for challenges, as not every island will yield the goods you desire. Trade is key to securing essential items, but keep an eye on rival governors. Not all share your vision of
Is there
cooperation.
actually war in this game?
Diplomacy may seem wise, but some rivals favor force. Protect your trade routes with armed escorts and fortified ports. And beware of pirates.
Oh,
A
shit.
well-defended harbor keeps your goods safe from thieving hands.
He's getting into it.
As your city prospers, your people's desires grow. Fine goods, entertainment, and culture become their demands. Libraries and grammatical schools pave the way for technological advancements. Public service buildings like bathhouses boost health.
Do you think Socrates in like the what is this called again? The Agora? Yeah, the Forum, I think. Auditorium, amphitheater. You think Socrates in one of these things was like the streamer of his day? Do you think he like had to mix in some glizzy jokes every now and then to keep the chat entertained while he's... Do you think they called him bald? Round like the center. Diogenes called him bald? I guess so. Nah, he was fit as fuck. You think so? They never show Socrates looking ripped.
Public service buildings like bathhouses boost health, while theaters keep happiness.
I feel like Socrates was a chuzz. Let's bring that back. I feel like he was a chuzz, dude. I feel like he just didn't... He didn't have it like that. Plato was the one fit as fuck. Socrates was ugly. That's what I'm saying. Plato mogs. Socrates is chuzz.
Is high. Grand monuments like the Colosseum
Whoa!
bring prestige and secure the emperor's favor. Never underestimate the power of
Dude, what if you spent your whole fucking yearly savings on your one big trip to Rome to see the Colosseum and you got like a shit day? Like the guy just gets chopped up in 1 second. You don't get a fight out of it at all. And you have to go back and like tell everyone back in the hometown it was actually sick because you don't want to. You'd have to just lie, bro. Or you get nosebleeds. I feel like there's no terrible seats in the Colosseum, right? I mean, it would be cooler to be here for sure, but that's for like the rich folk. What if they watch the highlights? The Coliseum was literally their version of WWE. Yeah, I understand that. I just feel like there had to be some bad days in the Coliseum. And it probably really sucked. Like, what if you had to take your oxen into Rome to sell them? And it was like a huge journey. And you finally got there. You're like, well, I'm here and I sold my ox. I got a little bit of money in my pocket. I'm going to go to the Coliseum. It's going to be dope. And it was just a... Did they have season passes in the Coliseum? That's a good question. That is a good question. Do they have scalpers? Could you just pre-buy the best row and then stand outside and sell it for a markup? Could I be the ticket master of Rome and make some real fucking money?
Never underestimate the power of reputation. After all, it's the key to lasting legacy.
Religion.
Faith unites your people and strengthens your leadership. Each island may dedicate itself to a single deity, but shrines for other gods are welcome. Believing in Neptune grants faster ships and bountiful sea production, while believing in Mars empowers your soldiers and bolsters...
Wait, so the gods are real, canonically, in this game? If you believe in Neptune, you literally get faster ships. Placebo? Your ships sail faster on placebo?
Your army's morale. Choose your patron god wisely, as faith will shape your province's destiny. Expand through diplomacy or force. The choice is yours. Trade and alliances can build a sprawling network, but conquest secures your rule. Aqueducts fuel growth, while fortresses guard your borders. Prepare your military to defend.
The problem with games like this is not that they're not awesome, because I do think they are actually awesome. It's fun. It's that, for me, the part where you're getting it all going is really fun, and then it's all set up, and then it's like, okay, I'm bored. It's like once you get there, once your city's built, it's like, okay, what do I don't. Yeah, then it's just like, then you're just, I don't know, managing it. It's not as cool. I like the beginning. I like the beginning's really fun whenever like you're trying to get your supply chain going and you're seeing the houses get more upgraded, but then it becomes kind of a slog. Yeah, I like the struggle.
The fortresses guard your borders. Prepare your military to defend your ambitions. Whether close combat or long-range firepower, your strategy will determine your legacy. Your rule may extend to lands beyond the Empire, like Albion, where Celts resist Roman influence. Trust me, Governor, it's a wild place. Will you protect Celtic traditions or remain loyal to Roman ambition? Your choices will determine your fate. A prosperous metropolis or a...
Damn, that's a fucking good looking city, I gotta be honest with you. You gotta be proud of that one. The aqueduct right through the middle. That's a good fucking city.
Your choices will determine your fate. A prosperous metropolis or a city in bankruptcy.
You said LA clears. I do notice they don't have a single fucking 8-lane highway, wall-to-wall traffic. I do notice that it's a weakness of Rome. I don't see any billboards. I don't see a single parking lot. I don't see a Waymo. Not a McDonald's in sight. Yeah, but there's definitely some weaknesses here for sure.
Forge your legacy and become the governor you were meant to be. Begin your journey. Wish list.
Honestly, pretty good trailer. Low key. It does look fun. There is something about, I mean, you know, this game essentially has been made 100 times. I played games exactly like this when I was a kid. This game has been made a million. This game where you are city building a Roman city is just something primal about it. There's something, it'll never not get old. Or it'll never get old for people to play as a Roman city builder. It's something beautiful. We yearn for it on a level. What's the best AoE 2 campaign you played so far? I think the Jan Shishka one was the best one. I noticed that the more recent the campaign is, the better it is. So the original campaigns are fine, but they're often really basic. And then the Conqueror's campaigns are better, and then all the expansions get better and better. They have more cool shit. They add more like extra features and been watching a lot of Big A on YouTube. Glad you like it. Thanks for dropping in. You know, it's kind of a chill stream today because I have to do that interview tomorrow, and I have to do cleaning my house. But was there anything I wanted? I mean, I did kind of low-key want to talk about. I did want to talk about some good news in nuclear energy. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about a bunch of good news in nuclear energy that have sort of hit all at once. The two big stories were Denmark lifted a 40-year ban on nuclear power. They've had a total ban on it, and the vote was overwhelming. They are now exploring nuclear solutions, which is awesome, using the new SMR technology that could fit for Denmark. Because they also had a party, you know, similar to that in Germany that was anti-nuclear, and they have lost favor. And so they're now opening to nuclear. And then even in Germany has been a big opposition to EU nuclear power, and they dropped that opposition. So now there's no anti-nuclear bias in EU legislation, which is a huge win for France and their big nuclear program and their ability to build. So, like, that's fucking awesome too. This is like pretty big. And, you know, I saw this pretty good guy. This guy, Mark Nelson, was commenting on it. But, you know, as I've mentioned, I mean, this is emissions per electricity. This is France. This is Germany. You know, it's at some point you got to wave the white flag, bro. I mean, this is working. This has just worked. France is incredible. It's truly incredible. And they have energy security, and they're so far in the lead. And so people are starting to take a notice. It's awesome to see. And it's kind of urgent for other countries to pick it up in terms of building more. I mean, however they do it, but they need to build more capacity, because right now a lot of countries, Germany included, do import electricity from other EU countries, specifically France, which has excess capacity. But France is now, France is about to, I mean, Macron has been warning of this. He's like, hey, we're not going to have excess capacity for a long time. We're going to use our extra energy. So you have to kind of get your own. And France is, here it is. This is in German, but I can translate it for you. France is building new data centers. Huge AI, deep learning, and just general tech data centers that'll consume 4 gigawatts of power, which is a massive amount of power. And so this translation here is, you know, Macron's been saying France will not forever beat electricity back up for energy shortage economies. But this is big. You know, they're making their energy security an advantage. So that's also really fucking, you know, cool to see. Couple things that were really cool to see. And then, you know, some of the downside, you know, like Spain just had a massive blackout. Look, Spain has really good renewables, but as I've mentioned, you need, again, I don't want to get too in the weeds here, but there's this concept of inertia that you need on your grid to keep the frequency stable. And the inertia comes from the stable baseload power sources like coal, natural gas, nuclear, or I guess oil. What else is it? And so, or hydro. Hydro's another one. Hydro's one of them too. And Spain doesn't have those. And they've been shutting them down while expanding only solar. Well, recently, Spain had one of the biggest blackouts a developed countries ever had. And so, and it was because of the inertia caused the grid to go down, because there was a spike in the frequency because extra solar, which again is a good thing, but they didn't have the inertia. They're decommissioning nuclear. They're shutting down gas. They're shutting down. So now, good news though. Well, there's bad news first, is that they are now importing more Russian natural gas. They are now importing more Russian natural gas. Their grid operator is literally called Red Electronica, which is Electrica. That's the bad news. But the good news is they have paused and are in fact talking about stopping the decommissioning of their nuclear. which is good. Again, the best way to do it is a base load nuclear plus renewables. And one last thing I want to mention, just to show you why I think this is so urgent, why I think this is like worth talking about. Let me see if I have this is like the most important part. Hold up for a second. This is like the most important part. This is what ties it all together. Yeah, this, dude. So China just added 10 new nuclear power units for insanely cheaper costs. Again, as they build more nuclear, each power plant gets cheaper because they're getting better at it. One thing I want to say is like, this is all fun to argue about when no one else is doing it. But when geostrategic rivals and industrial, in Germany's case, industrial competitors are doing it, it becomes a real problem. Like if it becomes something you're not good at, they just get better and better and better at it, and it becomes far, far in the lead. You know, all this talk about cost of nuclear is driven entirely by lawyer fees. It's driven by political turmoil. It's driven by inability to build. All the things you have to do to get it through. If you just actually cleanly build it, like Korea can build you a nuclear power plant easy. China's building them incredibly cheaply. And now they're getting so good, they're building a ton. And, you know, in America, we're flatlining on it. America's still the #1 nuclear power in terms of nuclear energy, but we're flatlining. And China's up and to the right, dude. So it really is urgent that countries kind of wake up and see the incredible benefits to massive, stable, baseload power, completely emissions free. Yeah, they build them in less time too. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Yeah, they just have standardized designs. They do. So I'm not saying China #1. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying, I just think, I wish it didn't have to be such an ideological thing to look at things that were working in other countries like China and steal them. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I think everything Xi Jinping is doing is great. It's just like, there are things they are clearly doing right that we're not stealing, that we should just copy. The idea that everything we're doing is correct is crazy. You know, this brings me back to trains, but like, you know, they built an incredible network of high-speed rail across China. There's no reason we couldn't do the same. We have the money. It's not a money issue. And so I wanted to bring all that stuff up, not as just like a gear of nuclear type thing, but like there's been some real forward motion lately, even just the past month. Like a lot of political movement has been going towards getting nuclear working because it has been remarkably effective on the whole. And countries that are using it is like, it is successful. And it pairs incredibly well with renewables. It's like, it's so insane to me. There's people that are like pro-renewable, anti-nuclear. It's frustrating. It's like a weird line they drew that is self-defeating for both. I don't like it. Instead of thinking about copying present day China, we can think about it copying past United States. I unironically do that when I'm talking. Like when I talk about higher taxes or whether I always talk about past United States because I want people to understand that like it's not some crazy other. It's like this worked in America. People in America were happy when we did this. It worked. It wasn't that radical. But for trains specifically, we never had. I mean, we did have networks of trains. We were the first to do it. Really broad networks of trains. 1800s, but I mean, like passenger trains, we haven't done it the way that China has. High speed rail, we haven't done that. So we should just steal that. We should just steal that shit. Steal that, and then, you know, listen, if we can't build nuclear the way we used to, we should look at who's building it and how they're doing it. And the biggest and best examples are South Korea and China right now. They're the ones that can build a nuclear power plant at cost, like without huge budget overruns. And what they do is they have exact one design, and they say, this is what the land needs to look like, and this is what we're going to build exactly. No modifications. This is it. Okay? And then they get really good at that one design, and they make it work, and they make it fit. And I think that's the thing we should learn from. US only would do it at 10 cost. Well, again, I got to tell you, a lot of the cost overruns come from the incredible legal battles you have to have. It's the same NIMBY stuff. People will sue to stop you from building it. You have to run in America. If you want to build a nuclear power plant, you have to budget millions for a PR campaign for the area because people will freak out. There's so many things you have to do that slow down the ability to even start to breaking ground. It's not like the construction costs are where all the cost is. Would you be bothered if they built a nuclear power plant? Half a mile is insanely close. I believe a nuclear power plant has to have a certain number of miles distance in general from anything. So no, but I live near the largest nuclear power plant in America in Arizona, and it was fine. There was literally no problem at all. My friend worked there. It was great. It was a good, well-paying job. The power was, there was no issues. I mean, maybe my hairline. Yeah, Palo Verde, dude. It wasn't a problem. It's not, there's nothing, it's not fucking science fiction, dude. You don't turn into Spider-Man. Explains the fingers. I just think it is just a long-running scare tactic, long-running psyop for like incredible energy security and abundance, and the only proven way to increase energy output while drastically lowering emissions quickly. The countries that have done it have had this result. It's crazy. What about if everybody does stationary bikes? So you think instead of nuclear or gas or coal or solar, everyone gets a Peloton that is hooked up to the grid, and then we all pedal to charge it. Okay. Kind of like Black Mirror. Yeah. And I think Black Mirror is a show about things that we should do because they're good ideas, right? Black Mirror is like, it's designed to show us things we should invest in. Yeah. So like turning everybody into hamsters. I think it would be a good idea if you could get paid to do that. So everybody wakes up and they Peloton for a few hours to power the grid for their town that day. And you also get paid. That's kind of sick. That's kind of sick. Everyone's shredded. Everyone is shredded, and or you get a tax cut. Yeah. Every minute you spend on the bike, it shaves off of your taxes. So everyone's shredded, in good shape, and tax-free, and we have power for days. Um, I think it would make Northern Lion too rich, though. I will buy a diesel generator to spin my bike pedals for me. Dude, imagine you get a electric pedaler and you plug it into the grid, so everybody else's pedals are pedaling your pedaler, and you're getting tax benefits. Oh, fuck. Fuck, we broke the system. Was there anything else on nuclear I wanted to say? I actually, there's a bunch, but I'm not remembering it this second. Oh, I saw this article that was like, first of all, there is a nuclear boom. Proven just by increased heavy demand for uranium. It said our currently identified uranium resources are forecast to be used up by the 2080s. 2080s? Bro, that's a long time. But to be clear, this headline might be misleading. This does not mean the world runs out of uranium in the 2080s. That means the current uranium mines. There's actually many, 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 many more deposits of uranium that are untapped, that have not been set up because there hasn't been that much demand. Not enough demand to justify new mines. So what this article is saying is that people have to start creating new mines if they want to have more uranium by the 2080s. But mostly it's just to bring the price down. Obviously, 2080 is a fucking insanely long time, but you got it, guys. You're gonna start the uranium mine that's gonna. Hi, Phoenix Flame. Gen Alpha. I mean, this is this could tie into the Minecraft movie. Hold up. If we need more uranium mines and the Minecraft movie's popping, what if the second Minecraft movie's about how you should go to your backyard and dig up some uranium for your country? And we'll have like a chicken jockey mascot. And suddenly we get all of these unemployed younger Gen Z, older Gen Alphas out there fucking digging. We'll give them a custom, glowing pickaxe or something. Diamond pickaxe. It's not actually diamond because we don't have the money for that, but it'll look like it. And they get out there and they dig. We get the country employed. We get more uranium. This is a fucking win. Call them the uranium miners because they're miners. That's good. That's very good. Isn't uranium just rocks? Dude showing up to deliver his uranium and he just has fucking 8 truckloads of rocks. I got the uranium you asked for, boss. Just got a whole bunch of rocks. Just picked up all the rocks I could see. What do you think about the metals company mining the seafloor and the environmental disaster that it'll do, Johnny Harris? I haven't seen the Johnny Harris video. I linked it to Aiden, though, so he can watch it and tell me about it. I don't know if Aiden will watch it, though, because he is now on his private yacht. Because Aiden's investment in the metals company, a deep sea rare earth mineral mining company, is now the highest performing stock in the entire history of this competition. It has now done absurd numbers. As China's rare earth metal ban sparks massive interest from the United States and other countries in investing in any company that can harvest rare earth minerals outside of China's sphere of influence. And TMC is becoming the leading player in that space and has now become a massive, massive, massive success in this contest. And, if this holds, could lead to Aiden winning the whole thing. I mean, fully tip of the cap. In a real world situation, if this was a hedge fund or something, having 20% growth in a time period where the S&P is down half a point, you wait 21 point lead on the S&P is massive $1 million Christmas bonus. That's like you know what I'm saying? He would cash out here. He would go to the Caymans. He'd have the whole rest of the year off, and he'd have infinite money. He'd get paid bagazillions. Now, in the real world, you have to do it again and again and again. You can't just do it for 1 year, but that's a successful portfolio. It's crazy. He just hit it big on this. Ludd would get fired. Ludd would get fired. That is true. Ludd would get fired. Damn, dude. At first, it was just Trump coin that was bringing him down, but he also invested in United Health. United Health is tanking. It's crazy that their CEO got shot, their stock went up. But then they get outed for Medicare fraud, and that's when that starts tanking. That's funny. That's fucking funny. Although it could be a chain of events. I mean, you could give Luigi some credit here in that first CEO is shot and killed. They replaced with a second CEO who's not good at keeping the bodies buried. The new CEO was not as good at keeping the skeletons in the closet. That starts to get out. UNH stock starts to tank. They replaced that CEO. He got fired quick. They brought back the old CEO from before the guy that got shot, who knows how to smooth things over, trying to rebalance the ship. Not the ghost. You don't have to die to not be CEO. They revived the guy who got shot. They did, but they bankrupted him because of the healthcare costs. So, it wasn't really worth it. Why is Oxy so bad? You mean OxyContin? It's bad for you. If you mean Occidental Petroleum, most oil companies are doing pretty poorly because the price of oil is in the gutter. And oil companies make all their profits when the price is high. They basically run flat for the majority of the time and then make all of their profits in windfalls when the price spikes. And the price has been way down. So they're Saudi Arabia's sweating, Russia's sweating, Venezuela's sweating. All these petrostates outside of Norway, I guess, which has diversified, but all these petrostates are in a tough spot if the oil price stays so low, because it's where all their revenue comes from. Will it not recover? I mean, it cycles, right? Eventually it'll be expensive, but right now they have to sell it. They have to make money. Why is oil so low despite the instability in the Arab region? Dude, I've been looking at this. I don't have a great answer for you. There's a lot of reasons. Including like new technology that has enabled overproduction, the breaking up of OPEC, where a lot of them are breaking the rules and over pumping. OPEC is like an agreement to not pump. So they set only a certain number of barrels, but a lot of them are cheating. So there's more oil on the market. The shale revolution was a big part of it. Some part of it is less demand. We're possibly entering or soft in a global economic slowdown / recession that's not reflected in GDP numbers yet. And like that always leads to the oil price dropping. China has converted a ton of their big trucking industry into natural gas instead of diesel. That's a huge less demand. There's like a lot of reasons that go into that. I don't have all of them. You could read about this forever. I read a lot of Substacks on the oil industry that are really boring, to be honest. So I'm like half paying attention when I read them. But there's like a lot of reasons why oil prices are far lower than expected. It would be a really good time to refill Strategic Petroleum Reserve if Trump was thinking about doing that. I don't think he will. He doesn't seem like a long-term kind of guy, but it would be a great time to like spend some money and refill the oil reserve. I've recently been using less oil to cook when I cook to cut back on calories. So that was part of it. Dude, hey, that's big of you. I knew there was a piece I was missing. I was like, wait, there's one. I'm like, yes, okay. China moving its diesel industry. Yes, fracking is. What's that missing piece that is like 90% of why oil is down? And it was Thug Walrus's diet. Of course. Damn, you really shifted geopolitics. That was a big moment, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Thug Walrus. Okay, chat. Let's watch an X-Files here, and then I probably have to clean.